The lightweight division may have just received its most dangerous warning yet, because one of the UFC's most respected veterans has delivered a brutally honest assessment that could completely reshape the title picture. Gaethje, a man who has shared the cage with elite killers and survived some of the most violent wars in MMA history, has spoken openly about Ilia Topuria's future at lightweight, and his words are already sending shockwaves through the fighting world. This wasn't hype. It wasn't promotion. It was the opinion of someone who understands exactly what separates champions from contenders. And what he revealed has sparked a brand new debate about whether the rest of the lightweight division should already be worried. As Ilia Topuria prepares to leave behind his featherweight dominance and enter one of the deepest divisions in UFC history, fans have been split on one massive question. Can his incredible power, precision, and confidence survive against naturally bigger opponents who have spent years battling the toughest names in the sport? Many critics immediately pointed toward the size difference, the wrestling threats, and the endless experience waiting for him at 155 pounds. Others argued that greatness isn't measured on the scale. It's proven inside the octagon. But then, Gaethje entered the conversation, and suddenly everyone started paying attention. During a recent interview, Gaethje was asked directly about Topuria's chances against the elite names occupying the lightweight rankings. Instead of dismissing the former featherweight champion or exaggerating the challenge ahead, he delivered a surprisingly balanced breakdown that instantly grabbed headlines. He admitted that moving into lightweight is never an easy task, yet he refused to underestimate the man who has been knocking out elite opponents with frightening consistency. That honesty immediately stood out because Gaethje has built his reputation on telling the truth, even when it goes against popular opinion. Throughout his UFC career, Gaethje has earned respect not only because of his unforgettable fights, but because he rarely speaks without conviction. Every opinion he gives comes from first-hand experience against champions, title challengers, and future Hall of Famers. So when he says someone possesses real skill, fans know those words carry genuine weight. According to Gaethje, Ilia Topuria is simply very skilled, a statement that may sound simple at first, but becomes far more significant considering the source. He acknowledged the complete package that Topuria brings into every fight: elite boxing mechanics, intelligent footwork, exceptional timing, calm decision-making under pressure, and the ability to capitalize the instant an opponent makes even the smallest mistake. Those qualities aren't easy to develop, and they're even harder to maintain against world-class competition. That's exactly why Gaethje believes Topuria deserves serious respect before anyone writes him off. But what happened next shocked everyone, because Gaethje didn't stop at praising Topuria's technique. He shifted the conversation toward the overall landscape of the lightweight division itself. Rather than claiming that one fighter would automatically expose Topuria, he suggested the entire division presents a completely different challenge. Lightweight has long been considered one of the UFC's most unforgiving weight classes, packed with dangerous strikers, relentless wrestlers, submission specialists, and complete mixed martial artists capable of ending a fight in countless ways. Every opponent represents a different puzzle, and solving one doesn't guarantee success against the next. That reality creates enormous uncertainty for any newcomer, even one carrying championship momentum. Fans immediately began comparing Topuria's arrival to other champions who attempted to conquer multiple divisions. Some achieved legendary status by capturing another belt, while others discovered that dominance at one weight doesn't automatically translate to another. The margin for error becomes razor-thin when every opponent has knockout power, elite grappling, and years of experience competing against larger athletes. One bad decision can instantly change everything, and that's exactly why the lightweight division has remained unpredictable for so many years. Despite acknowledging those dangers, Gaethje refused to close the door on Topuria's chances. Instead, he emphasized that exceptional talent should never be underestimated. He pointed out that fighters with elite skills often force the division to adapt rather than simply adapting themselves. That subtle distinction may be one of the most important parts of his entire assessment. Instead of viewing Topuria as another challenger trying to survive, Gaethje hinted that he could become someone capable of disrupting the established order. That's a massive statement considering the names currently sitting near the top of the rankings. The biggest twist was still coming, because Gaethje's comments quickly triggered speculation about potential dream matchups that suddenly feel more realistic than ever. Imagine Topuria exchanging punches with Gaethje himself. Two relentless pressure fighters refusing to take a backward step. Picture the technical chess match against elite strikers who believe they possess the sharper weapons. Consider the wrestling tests waiting from seasoned veterans determined to prove that size and strength still matter. Every scenario creates a completely different storyline, and every matchup raises new questions that nobody can confidently answer until the cage door closes. Social media exploded almost immediately after Gaethje's remarks spread across the MMA community. Some fans interpreted his words as a quiet warning to the division that Topuria is arriving with legitimate championship potential. Others believed Gaethje was simply showing professional respect while recognizing the brutal reality awaiting anyone entering lightweight. Analysts started breaking down striking statistics, finishing rates, defensive habits, and championship performances, searching for clues about how Topuria's style could translate against bigger competition. Yet, despite all the analysis, one fact remained impossible to ignore. No spreadsheet or prediction can fully measure a fighter's mentality when the brightest lights are shining. That psychological edge has often separated champions from everyone else. And Topuria has repeatedly demonstrated extraordinary confidence before and after every victory. Confidence alone doesn't win fights, but when combined with elite preparation and technical brilliance, it becomes an incredibly dangerous weapon. Gaethje understands that better than almost anyone because he has experienced both victory and defeat at the highest possible level. He knows exactly how thin the line can be between becoming champion and watching an opportunity disappear forever. And perhaps that's why his opinion carries so much credibility. Yet beneath all the excitement surrounding his comments lies an even bigger question that could determine the future of the entire division. Because one crucial factor has not revealed itself inside the lightweight cage just yet, and until that mystery is answered, every prediction remains nothing more than educated speculation. What makes this moment so fascinating is that the answers won't come from interviews, rankings, or social media debates. They'll come the same way they always do in mixed martial arts, when the octagon door closes and two elite fighters are left alone to settle every prediction. That's why the conversation around Ilia Topuria continues to grow, because his move to lightweight isn't just another weight class change. It's a challenge to one of the deepest divisions the UFC has ever assembled. Every contender has spent years proving they belong among the elite, and none of them are interested in giving up their position without a fight. That means every appearance Topuria makes from this point forward carries enormous pressure. One impressive victory could launch him directly into championship discussions, while one difficult night could completely reshape the narrative surrounding his future. The biggest question is how his trademark style translates against naturally larger opponents who combine durability with elite-level experience. Topuria has built his reputation through precise boxing, intelligent pressure, and remarkable confidence under fire. Those strengths don't suddenly disappear because the number on the scale changes. At the same time, lightweight veterans understand how to extend fights, force adjustments, and capitalize on tiny mistakes that newer arrivals may not expect. That's where experience becomes just as important as raw talent. And every minute inside the cage becomes a valuable lesson. Justin Gaethje's comments also highlight something fans often overlook. Respect between elite fighters isn't handed out casually. It has to be earned through years of performances against dangerous opposition. When someone with Gaethje's resume acknowledges another fighter's skill, it reflects professional recognition rather than promotional hype. It doesn't guarantee victories, but it confirms that Topuria is being viewed as a genuine threat by athletes who understand the demands of championship competition better than anyone watching from outside the cage. As speculation continues, potential matchups dominate every MMA discussion. Some fans imagine explosive striking battles that could produce instant classics. Others believe the real test will come against opponents who mix wrestling, clinch control, and relentless pace over multiple rounds. Each possibility presents a completely different puzzle. That's part of what makes the lightweight division so compelling. There isn't one path to success. Champions have emerged through pressure, precision, grappling, cardio, and knockout power. To reach the top, a fighter usually needs the ability to adapt when the original game plan stops working. Another factor that cannot be ignored is momentum. Topuria enters this chapter carrying enormous confidence after achieving remarkable success at featherweight. Momentum can fuel belief, sharpen preparation, and create an aura that influences opponents before the opening bell even rings. However, history has shown that every new division eventually forces even the greatest competitors to evolve. The fighters who remain at the top are rarely those who rely on past achievements. They are the ones who continue improving every training camp, every fight, and every challenge placed in front of them. For the rest of the lightweight contenders, the situation is equally important. A new star entering the division changes the landscape for everyone. Established contenders suddenly have another dangerous name, standing between themselves and a title opportunity. Rising prospects see an opportunity to make a statement against one of the sport's biggest attractions. Matchmakers gain multiple blockbuster options capable of headlining major events. In other words, one fighter's arrival has the potential to reshape the division far beyond a single contest. Ultimately, nobody, not analysts, not former champions, and not even current contenders, can predict the future with complete certainty. MMA has always rewarded preparation while punishing overconfidence. That's why every confident prediction should be treated as exactly that, a prediction. The real story is still waiting to unfold, and every upcoming fight will add another chapter to Topuria's lightweight journey. For now, Justin Gaethje's honest assessment has added another layer to an already fascinating conversation. He recognized exceptional skill while acknowledging the unique challenges that await at 155 pounds. It's a balanced perspective that reminds fans why the sport remains so unpredictable. Talent opens doors, but consistency, adaptability, and championship composure determine how long those doors stay open. The countdown has already begun, and the lightweight division knows a new contender is stepping into its territory. Whether this becomes the start of another legendary title run or the beginning of an entirely unexpected storyline is something only future fights can reveal. One thing is certain: the eyes of the MMA world will be watching every step, every exchange, and every result, because the next chapter promises to answer questions that have fueled debate across the sport for weeks. Until that first lightweight test arrives, anticipation will continue to build. And when the moment finally comes, every prediction will give way to reality.